Alrighty. This is the lobby area where you will instantly spawn to when you start the game. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to click on this whiteboard to be able to interact with it. This tells you your stats and all that stuff. If you want to get out of this, just hit spacebar, and that'll let you walk around the lobby again. You could also hit escape. Oh, I'm stuck on that ball. Oh yeah, you can also play basketball while you're in here. Oh well. You go over to the blackboard, and what you'll want to do is you'll want to go to Options, and you'll want to go to PC Settings. I suggest turning most of this stuff off. This is really important right here. Cursor brightness, turn that all the way up. Seriously, turn that all the way up. And under graphics, this game does not run good with high settings. I would turn it down to something low. Where is it? Right here. Brightness. By default, this game will start off as 1.0 brightness. That is way too dark. I set mine to 2.7. So I would say somewhere between 2.5 and 3 is probably going to be good for most people. But it starts you off at 1, and that is just way too dark in my opinion. So those are the two settings you'll definitely want to do. You'll want to turn up the brightness of your cursor and turn up the brightness of the game. Don't turn the brightness of the game up too much because it looks terrible when you do that. Anyhow, so once you get all your settings set up, this is how you play the game. Well, I mean, you could do a training session, and I advise you do that the first time, but we're going to go ahead and just play the game.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
That's the game's voiceover. When you're playing by yourself, or if you want to invite friends, you would create a private server. If your friends have already created a server and they want you to join, you would join a private game. You could also create a public server where random people can just jump in at any moment. And this right here are some public servers, and you can scroll through with these arrows. And you can just jump into these servers anytime you want to start playing with people. But because I'm trying to do a tutorial, I'm not going to jump in with people. I'm going to create a private server. Before I do that, depending on where you are, choose what proxy you want to plug into. A European server, US server, I think that's South American, and I guess that's no, that's probably Asian, not Australia. Anyhow, I'm in the US, so I'm going to do a US server. Like I said, you can plug into any of them you want. It's just recommended you go with one that's closer to you. I live in the US, therefore I'm going US. So, create private. And that's how many people are here. It's just me. And if you're streaming, this right here, this is your code. It says invite code and has a little eyeball symbol. And when you press the eyeball symbol, it reveals the code. And that's what you would send to people. You'd press copy, and now you've copied the numbers right there. And you'd send that to your friends on Discord to come join you. If you're streaming and you don't want random people just jumping in, well, then you wouldn't hit the I. You would keep that and just hit copy. And it would copy the numbers behind those question marks, and you could just paste that. Also, every time you create a new lobby or you restart the game, that number is going to change. So if anyone tries to jump in here and play with me, I'm going to be on a different server by then. So it's good that that's not permanent. I hope I explained that properly. Anyhow, what you'd want to do is there you can click change, and you can change your little avatar. We're going to click select a job, and you get different areas that you can go explore. We're going to do the Grafton farmhouse. And because this is a tutorial and I'm liable to get myself killed, we're going to keep the difficulty on amateur. That way I don't lose all my stuff. I think you lose some amount of stuff when you die on intermediate, but you'll lose a lot to everything on professional. Like, you can lose like $1,000 worth of stuff. And it could take a long time to build up that money. Like, anywhere between 3 and 10 hours to build up $1,000. So, let me say that again. Anywhere between 3 hours and 10 hours of playing this game to net you about $1,000 that you can lose instantly. So, yeah, it's not good to die on professional. Although you will get way more money for doing professional, and you'll get a higher, you'll level up faster. And if you're wondering what leveling up does, it allows you to choose between amateur, intermediate, and professional. Like, I think you got to be level higher than level 10 to get intermediate, and you have to be, I think, higher than level 15 to do professional. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and do this on amateur. And everybody here would just, well, before I go into that, you can buy things that you don't already have. In fact, something I've been meaning to buy is, what do you call them? The little thing on your head. Head-mounted camera. There we go. I'm going to buy one of those. Okay, now you can go to add. And it takes all the stuff that you already own, and you can add how much of it you want. They've got a button that says add all. Just go ahead and add all. And I'm going to click ready up. And if everyone's ready, I'm going to click start. Okay, now you spawn into your truck, and here's all the stuff we brought with us. And when everyone's finished spawning in over there, these are your objectives. And the first objective is always there. Discover what type of ghost you're dealing with. That's always going to be your first objective. But then these vary. Things like have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Objective 3 is detect a ghost presence with a motion sensor. Objective 4, cleanse the area near the ghost using smudge sticks. And here's some more information on easy, or I'm sorry, on amateur. It'll tell you things like whether the ghost prefers interacting with people who are alone or in groups, stuff like that. On professional, that information won't be there. Now, this is your computer, and you know I'll demonstrate that later. Anyhow, very important. This is your key. Press E to pick up the key, or else no one can get in the house. And I'll explain that stuff later. Actually, let me explain this. This is the house's layout. This little button right here is how to change what floor you're looking at. And that little, I don't know if you can see it, that little green dot way over there, that would be where your breaker is. And we'll talk about breakers and stuff later. So let's grab some equipment. This is a normal flashlight. It's not very bright, but it will be the one you start the game off with. I like to buy the strong flashlight, very bright. In fact, let me see if I can't show you the difference. Wow, that's a terrible graphic. That's weird. Yeah, it looks kind of glitchy on my screen. Anyhow, it's not very bright. But when I pick this one up, much brighter. Oh yeah, it's still doing that weird graphical glitch right there. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. That's weird. Freaking me out, man. Anyhow, so I got me a flashlight. What else am I getting? I'm going to grab a thermometer, and in case I spot something, I'm grabbing a camera. Now, this is how you change stuff in your inventory. You scroll through with your mouse wheel. How do you turn things on? Right-click. That'll turn on my little thermometer. By default, it's set at Celsius, and because everybody talks about temperature and stuff in Celsius, I suggest you just use Celsius. Even if you're from America and you don't know what the hell Celsius is, just keep it in Celsius. And you change that in the beginning of the game. The game option says Fahrenheit or Celsius. I say just keep it at Celsius because it's easy to understand. Celsius is 0. In Fahrenheit, it's 32 degrees for whatever reason. But in Celsius, freezing point is 0. So, yeah. Also, one more thing. When you right-click to turn that on, why is it doing that weird graphical glitch during my tutorial? I don't like that. If you turn to something else while having your flashlight out, your flashlight stays on until you hit T to toggle it on and off. However, when you flip over to your flashlight, the only way to turn that off, of course, is to right-click it. Anyhow, let's go ahead and grab the head cam. And that way your teammates can click on that right there and see you. I don't know why it's having that weird graphical glitch, but oh yeah, to open the door, you left-click on that. This is becoming a very rambly tutorial. I can't help it, man. I'm kind of freaked out by that weird graphical glitch going on. Maybe it's because I'm recording. Turn on that light. Yeah, I'm going to log out of this and try again. Alright, and I just restarted the game. This is a different farmhouse. The flashlight thing was a one-time glitch, thankfully. I was wondering what the hell was up with that. Anyhow, now that we got the key, we can open the door. And we can look for a light switch. There we go. And the thing I like about the farmhouse is you take pictures of these voodoo dolls, and taking pictures of things will get you money. Let's turn on our thermometer. So far, we got a 21 Celsius. That's good. Let's open this door. You have to be careful not to turn on too many lights or you will trip a breaker. Switch to my camera. Also, you hit C to crouch, and you want to get a nice good picture of these things. Let's go ahead and turn the light off. Where is the light switch? Here it is. And you want to look for a bone. Like every map should have a bone, and you take a picture of it and then you pick it up. So, my temperature so far is in the normal range. I don't see any bone there, and that leads to outside. And something I need to explain, when your sanity gets low, that will trigger a hunt and the ghost will come for you. That's something I forgot to mention. Let's go ahead and turn on this light. And we'll turn on this one. Looking around for bones. That's why I'm shining the light at the floor. It's most of the time on the floor. Sometimes it'll be on a table or something, but it's almost always on a floor. And that bone is money. And the whole idea is you want to make money, because when you die, you'll lose a lot of money. So making money is really important. Got to be careful about how many lights I'm turning on. Also, if you stand in the dark, it drains your sanity faster. So having a flashlight on is good. Having one of the lights in the house on and being in the light is good. Also, lighting a candle is really good. Thought for a moment I seen that bone. Oh, I did, right there. There's the bone. So go ahead and take a picture of that bone. I'm going to press G to drop that for a moment. Press E to pick things up. I'll pick my camera up again. Because you can only hold 3 things at a time. Alright, so I got the bone. What temperature is it in here? Gotta give it a moment. Okay, it's in the teens, so this is not unusual. The ghost room will be a little bit colder than the rest of the place, typically below 11 Celsius. Again, that's why I say just use Celsius, because that's what everyone playing the game does. We all use Celsius. So if you start talking in Fahrenheit, people are going to be like, well, what is 11 degrees in Fahrenheit, you know? So it's one of those weird situations. There's your breaker. And I'm going to go ahead and open up a locker in case I have to run to it real quick. I can be like, and then when that happens, you have to switch to your flashlight and turn it off. Otherwise, the ghost will find you. That's happened in an update in this past month. Before, you could sit in here with a flashlight; it was no big deal. But now, and even if you have your flashlight off, if you have that out, it will detect your electronic gizmo. It will also detect your camera. So you got to switch to your flashlight and then turn it off. Oh, breaker's off. No, I didn't turn the... For a moment there, I thought the ghost hit the breaker. All right, breaker's still on. That leads to outside, as did the other door. All right, so I'm going to start turning these lights off. Pull up my thermometer again. My thermometer. All right, let's start turning some of these lights off before we blow a breaker. Yeah, and once a breaker is blown, the whole house will get cold, and that way you can't find the cold room. Because again, the haunted room which is what we're looking for. It will be cold. Like I said, 11 Celsius or lower. Whoa! Did I just get a massive spike? Or a massive drop in temperature? Nah, my imagination, I guess. And them stairs was 13. That's weird. Let's go ahead and turn this on. I don't know why I'm turning the lights on. I've already found the bone. Looking for one more voodoo doll. Oh, a door open. That's suspicious already. That's suspicious activity. Let's check it. Oh, yeah. See how it dropped down? Yeah, there it is. 11. 9.1. Okay, so pretty much we found the haunted room. The fact the door was already open was a big clue. I heard movement. Alright, so we've already found our haunted room. Let's go to the truck then. You hit shift to sprint, but it's very temporary. Then you start gasping for air. Okay, found the room. So, what are our objectives? Motion sensor and EMF reader. Okay, okay. Let's grab EMF. And I'm going to go ahead and put down the camera. God knows every time I put down the camera is when I end up needing it. I'm also going to grab a ghost journal or spirit book, whatever you call that thing. Let's go ahead and turn on our EMF. Oh, let me check my sanity real quick. What is my sanity? Let's talk about sanity. Okay, my sanity's at 91. Average sanity right there is what counts, because like if there's two people and I'm at 100% sanity and someone else is at 0% sanity, our average will be 50. The lower your sanity gets, the more likely it is for a ghost to actually start hunting. And when it hunts, it can get you and kill you. And then if you're on professional, you'll lose a lot of money. If you're on intermediate, you'll lose some money. If you're on amateur, you should be okay. You're insured, I think, up to like $1,000, I think. Something like that. Anyhow, average sanity is what counts. And most ghosts do not start hunting until it gets below 60. Preferably when it gets below 50. That's when the hunts start. But don't be surprised if they hunt you below 60, because that can happen too. And technically, they can hunt at any time, but the higher the average sanity, the less likely they are to hunt. There are some exceptions. The demon will start hunting around 85% average sanity. They will start hunting, and they hunt a lot. So that's how to tell whether or not you're dealing with a demon. And I believe it's a mare, if you're in the dark, will attack you, even if your sanity is not actually that low. I think for a mare, your sanity can be like in the 70s or 80s, and if you're in the dark, it will attack. I think it's the mare that does that. So I'm just going to walk around with my little EMF detector out. I got no activity so far. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just leave that on the floor for now. I'm going to go ahead and I already tossed the camera. Where am I going to put this? You know what? I'm just going to put this right there, because why the heck not? Oh, got to crouch to place that. And I'm going to press F to place it. And I'll come back to that a little bit later. So let me go back downstairs and grab some stuff. Let me hurry too. Oh, also, your sanity constantly goes down when you're inside that house. I already mentioned the light. You know, the darker it is, the faster your sanity drops. Also, the higher the difficulty, the faster your sanity drops. Also, when you're playing with more than just yourself, your sanity drops faster. So those things all affect your sanity. But also witnessing events, like things moving around and lights flickering and ghostly events, that will also lower your sanity pretty quick. Our sanity is still good. I'm going to grab, what should I grab? Radio to talk to one of those guys. And grab a video camera. Alright. So my sanity is good. I'm going to switch to my video camera. And if you right click, you get night vision. That's good for spotting ghost orbs. And you'll want to spot things like ghost orbs and fingerprints and voice activity, because that will help tell you what type of a ghost you're dealing with. Now, the ghost orbs will not appear... Oh, EMF is going off. EMF is going off. Let's see what it is. Oh, that's 5. Ooh, well, that's a 5. That's a clue right there. Are there any ghost orbs in there? I don't see any through the camera. I'm going to set it. Okay, so you hold down your left mouse button to rotate the camera around to make it face where you want. You press F to place it. Now I'm going to talk to it. Where are you? Okay, I just seen fog. I just seen my breath. Let me get out of here real quick because I bet my sanity is going down quick. Let me just get out of here real quick. Then we'll chit-chat. Okay, another thing. Once you're out of the house, you are safe. It cannot get you once you're out of the house. All right, let me check my sanity real quick. Then I'll try to think about what I was talking about. Okay, my sanity did not go down too bad. All right, so far, let's go to our journal. This right here will take you to the last page. What did we find? We found an EMF level of 5. Now, you can get an EMF level, that's just no big deal. That was one of our objectives, was to get an EMF. But an EMF level of 5 is a clue. Also, I seen my breath. I don't know whether you noticed that or not, but little white, clouds were coming out of my mouth. So that is freezing temperatures. All right, so that's 2 pieces of evidence right there. I set the video camera down, so let me demonstrate how that works. I'm going to press my mouse to switch cameras. Oh, that's my head camera. Yeah, you can watch what other players are doing. Like, you can have someone stand here in the truck and watch the players move around. Basically, whatever's happening on my screen is what would show right up there on the monitor for others. And they can switch through the whole party and see where people are and stuff. Okay, there we go. That's the camera I just laid down. I'm going to press on the keyboard to switch to night vision. Oh, that was on night vision. Okay, there you go. So keyboard toggles night vision on and off. Mouse switches camera. I don't see any spirit orbs. A spirit orb would look like a speck of dust being hit by the light. And I don't see any of those. All right, and I left a radio in there. And my sanity is... My sanity is pretty good, but you know what? I might be facing a demon. So, I'm going to go ahead and pop off a sanity pill because why not? Let's take a look at our objectives. Detect a ghost presence with a motion sensor. All right, motion sensor. Where is our motion sensor? Down here. Here it is. What the hell is that thing? Anyhow, motion sensor. And I got space for another object, right? Let me show you what else you can do. I'm going to grab a video camera, right? Let me just drop it for a moment. I'm going to grab a tripod. Okay, and then I'm going to press G to drop the tripod. Let me pick up the video camera again. And you can line it up with the tripod. Press F. And now make sure you're not carrying anything in your hand like when you go to pick it up, because if I'm holding a motion sensor, I cannot pick up this tripod. However, nor can I with a flashlight. However, when I switch to having nothing in my hand, now I can pick up the tripod. And I figured I would just demonstrate that. That's how you put a camera on a tripod. Alrighty. So I'm going to put this camera right outside the door right here. And I'm going to place it by hitting G to drop it. Let me pick up this video camera right here. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to put it right there just for the heck of it. There we go. Yeah, see the white clouds? That's my breath. Nothing's written in the book. Let me pick this up. Where are you? He's not talking to me. How old are you? Oh, also, when speaking into the spirit box to get an answer, press B to speak out loud. Where are you? Nothing. I'm going to go ahead and drop that. All right. Oh, yeah, motion sensor, right? Let me put a motion sensor right. Got to get close to the wall. Press F to place it. There you go. Now we got a motion sensor set up. Motion sensors don't really help you find a ghost or figure out what kind of a ghost it is, but it can be a mission objective. Just like have it walk through salt, have it blow out a candle, take a picture of it. Okay, so it has not set off the motion sensor yet. So what else should we do? Dots. Let me show you how to use these. Oh, before I do that, let me switch off my flashlight for a moment. Okay, that's the camera we just set up on a tripod. And I'm not getting any ghost orbs. And there's the one we sat on top of the washing machine. And I'm not getting any ghost orbs on that either. Sometimes it can really take a while before you see ghost orbs. And you can also see it when you're holding the camera and you're looking through the viewfinder and you click to night vision, you can see an orb that way too. My sanity's doing good. Oh, I just heard a motion detector beep. Yeah, and it just, I think it signaled right there. Anyhow, that cleared off one of our mission objectives. So, let me go ahead and set up a dots projector. Let me switch to my flashlight real quick. It's always good to lay down more than one dots projector because the more you lay down, the higher the chance is to have an interaction. It's some weird mathematical thing they have set up. So let me put a dots, go ahead and put it on the floor. So you got to crouch down, press F, and switch to it, and press F. There we go, 2 dots projectors. Now, let's see if any ghost wants to run right through it. No writing in the journal. All right, let me go back to the truck real quick, because I can go to the truck and look for something running through. Because you can spot it here, but you can also spot it on camera. In fact, there's one ghost. It's a new one. I think they call it a Goro or a Gorio. I'll have to take a look at the name. It can only be spotted on the dots through a camera running night vision. Sometime. Oh! Did you see it throw something? Yeah, it threw an object. Okay, it's not showing up on dots. But we're gonna sit here and we're gonna wait. Oh, there it is. The moment I said it, it ran through the dots projector. All right, so. That's 3 pieces of evidence. It showed up on dots. Dots projector. That leaves us with an Oni. Alrighty. Okay, so there we go. What else was there to do? Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. That is scary. That is really scary. Okay then. Even though this is not a mission objective, I'm going to do a few things. Just because I want to demonstrate it. I'm going to grab a lighter and a smudge stick. Now, you don't have to have your lighter lit. You just have to have a lighter in your hand and hold a smudge stick, and you can smudge the area. So let me show you what that's like real quick. You know what? let's just say that this was the haunted room because I don't feel like walking upstairs. What you'd do is you'd press F and you'd run around real quick like that, and you'd burn away that smudge stick. There you go. So that smudge stick only burns for a few seconds, and you'd want to do that in the haunted room. And when that happens, the ghost can't start a hunt for a little bit. And if a ghost is already hunting you, the moment it comes into contact with the smoke from the smudge stick, it will turn around and walk away for about 5 seconds. And that can help you out a lot in a hunt. The problem is, you have to be carrying a lighter in your hand to do it, which only leaves you with basically a flashlight. And sometimes it's a mission objective to go there to the haunted room itself and smudge it. So like I said, that's not the haunted room, but I didn't feel like walking upstairs. What else can I show you before ending this? Because like I said, we've already figured that out. Salt and like UV. Let me show you a UV light real quick, because I'm not really trying to beat the game or anything. I already did for the most part. You turn this on, and you can walk around and shine it on doors and light switches, and look for handprints that show up. The handprints will glow bright green. You can also have your flashlight on at the same time, but it makes it a little bit harder to see. This ghost is not going to leave any fingerprints behind because that's not the kind of ghost it is, because we've already seen the types of evidence it leaves behind. So what else can I show you? Let me go ahead and just drop this lighter. The glow stick. The glow stick is really fascinating. I like this thing. The glow stick, when you first start... Let me grab a camera. There we go. Because that has 5 more films in it. When you first turn on a glow stick, it glows really bright for like a minute. Also, the ghost cannot target you when you're holding a glow stick. Well, how can let me explain that better. If you're holding a flashlight and you're running from the ghost, you cannot hide in a locker. You cannot hide behind an object like that and try to stay out of its field of view. It knows where you are because you're holding an electronic device in your hand while it's on. A glow stick is different. So you might be able to, hide somewhere from a ghost and it not be able to see you if you're holding a glow stick, but not a flashlight. So that's the thing about glow sticks. And you can just toss a glow stick there, and it just stays lit. I sometimes use that to mark an area. What else do we have to do? Candles. Let me show you how a candle works. Actually, let me grab some salt. Our sanity is still doing good. Yeah, let me show you this little trick. Let me turn on my flashlight. Sometimes you'll have to get a ghost to walk through salt. So you go to the room where it's haunting, and then you press F to mark the floor with salt. And then you just toss this salt on the ground. See right there? We're going to take a picture of that. That should count as an interaction. Oh, and I just seen it in front of me for a moment. Yeah. All right. So, witness a ghostly interaction. I think that means when the ghost materializes. I'm not 100% sure what the hell that even means. There's one more voodoo doll. Let's go ahead and take a picture of that voodoo doll wherever it is. I'm not 100% familiar with this particular house. Oh, it killed the breaker. That's why it's so dark in here. Also, if the sinks fill up with water, take a picture of that. There we go. Got a picture of it. That counts as a ghost interaction. And it just hurt my sanity. So let me get the hell out of here. Run. Run, Forrest. Still didn't find that last voodoo doll. But I know it lowered my sanity, and I don't want to start a hunt. Yeah, sanity is down a little bit. Let me go ahead and take a sanity pill. All right. What else do I have to show you? Because the whole purpose is to demonstrate how all this stuff works. Yeah, I got that witness a ghost event taken care of. Let me switch to my journal real quick, and let me go through my pictures. Yeah, I got 3-star quality because I got close enough to that ghost to take a good picture of it. Yeah, I took a picture of the footprint, so that's another one. Voodoo doll, got a picture of the bone. And when you go through your book, it will tell you about the different Gurio. That's the kind that can only be seen if you walk through it. If it walks through a dots projector through a camera. Yeah, but this tells you all about the ghosts. Anyhow, I got one more thing. I'm going to take a picture of the last voodoo doll, wherever the heck it is. And is there anything else I can show you? Yeah, crucifix. Crucifixes, you'll want to put this in a haunted room because it will stop a hunt from happening. Like normally something would trigger a hunt, like you having low sanity. And when the hunt gets triggered, if the ghost spawns within 5 meters, or no, 3 meters of the crucifix, it stops the hunt. So you get a free pass. So I would normally place a crucifix right about there, and then I'd go and place one right about there, just to make sure that area covers a whole 5 meters. So that right there, assuming it's going to spawn in this little area here, that would stop it. Got to find my last little voodoo doll to take a picture of. Got to remember where that voodoo doll is. Not in this room. Where is that last voodoo doll? Where is it? Maybe it's in here. That's a teddy bear. All right, it's not in there. That's all the doors. So let me go upstairs to the attic. Is there a voodoo doll up here somewhere? I really hate not being able to turn on a light. So that'd make finding the voodoo doll a lot easier. Yeah, offhand, I don't know where the third voodoo doll is, or maybe this farmhouse doesn't have 3. Maybe it only has 2. Maybe it's only the Grafton house that has 3. And sometimes, like if a ghost hunt happens, sometimes you can do things like crouch down behind this, and you'd want to turn off your flashlight like that and hide. Sometimes that can help you out. There's no guarantee that you're going to be able to hide from a ghost, but you can. You can make it difficult for him to spot you. Anyhow, I'm calling it quits here. We've already got the photo of the ghost and everything else. I don't know where the third voodoo doll is, but I got enough pictures. Let me see if this counts. If taking a picture of the because that phone, I think, has been altered. How do I get out of here? This way. Yeah, if an object has been thrown, or like if a picture's fallen or something, take a picture of where the object originally was. That can sometimes give you points too. Let me go ahead and take a look at my pictures. No, that phone being off the hook did not count as any kind of ghostly activity. Also, if they write something in the journal, you'll see like black scribblings all over it. You'd want to go take a picture of that. Something else. Ouija board. If you find a Ouija board, you can pick it up and take it wherever you want, drop it on the floor. You right click it, or maybe it's left click to turn it on, and like it actually lights up. When that happens, you'd press B to speak out loud and you'd ask it a question. The best question to ask is, what is your favorite room? And then wait for the Ouija board to spell out the name of the room which is the haunted room. If you ask, where are you? It just tells you where it is right now. Ask, what is your favorite room? And it will tell you, like the master bedroom or the bathroom or something like that. And that's where the haunted room is. The dangerous thing about a Ouija board is it can drop your sanity really fast, and that can trigger a hunt. And I think I've covered just about everything here. Let me look through my stuff. Yeah, I think we covered everything. Candle is really fun to carry around. That can stop your sanity from draining. If you're holding a lit lighter in your hand, you aim it at a candle. There, you turn it on just that easy. Let me go ahead and drop the lighter, and now I got a candle. And if I were walking through the house with my flashlight and the candle, my sanity wouldn't drop. However, the candle goes out after about 3 or 5 minutes, and a ghost. You can also place candles hitting F. A ghost can also blow out a candle. So, anyhow, we got everything. I think that's all I really need to show you. I don't think I missed. One more thing before I leave. This instrument right here. This is especially good for large areas like the school, the prison, the asylum. This sound detector. Point it around and it will show you where ghostly activity is happening. It'll pick out ghostly sound. If you're playing with other people, it will also pick them up. So, like I got a 2 pointing it right there. Yeah, that little click of the switch raised its sound to 1.4. So, I'm getting a number. See how it's a 5 over there? That's because that's the haunted room on the other side of that wall. So, like, if I'm pointing it in this direction, I'm getting nothing. But if I keep on moving, oh, it spoke to me. That room right there, I would constantly get a number because that's the haunted room. So I would constantly get some kind of a number from the haunted room. So that's a way of, it opened up a door near me. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, so that's how to find the ghost room in a very large area. Like I said, it's made difficult when you play with other people because turning on light switches and opening doors and stuff, that will give a reading. But just pointing it in the area, just like I said, move it around. Just move around in a circle nice and slow. And any noise the ghost is making will produce a number. And that's a very easy way of finding out where the ghost is. That works especially well in large buildings. Okay, so now that we got everything in our journal, let's, yeah, we got all of our evidence. And this is what counts right here, is when you say what kind of a ghost it is. The thing is, let's say we didn't get Dot's projector. Let's say we had no evidence. You can scroll through what ghost it could have been and choose which one you think it is. And if you're right, you get money for it. There we go. So when we're done, we just press this little button right there with we left click it, and we go home.
Welcome back. There's some jobs
So
for you.
we were right. It was an Oni. Of course it was. But like I said, sometimes you just have to guess at what it is. Because this is an amateur, we only got $75. But had we died, all of our stuff would have been insured. And we got $25 for photos. Anyhow, let's go ahead and leave this lobby. And if you want to quit the game,
Jobs for you.
you walk up to the black board, you click on it, and you select quit game.